Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Experience Kills, and this one is very special, not just because I have Cameron with me, though that does make it very special. Hey Cam.
Hello.
Okay, but also because we're doing something we don't often get the chance to do, and that is a preview of a hotly anticipated game that is some months from release. And I have had the great fortune to play Dirt 5 by Codemasters on Xbox One, and that's what you're watching right now. And specifically, I've had a chance to check out the newly announced and freshly created Playgrounds mode. And this shit is cool, guys. Like, really, this is a whole new thing for Dirt, and the best way I can describe it is Mario Maker with cars. How does that make you feel, Cam, when I tell you that? Sadly, Cam hasn't had a chance to play this, so I'm just going to talk at you.
Well, it sounds interesting, but unfortunately I'm one of the few people that couldn't get their hands on a new Nintendo Switch before lockdown happened and they all got sold out worldwide. So I haven't been able to play Mario Maker.
But you know what it is. You understand the concept.
I understand the concept indeed, and it sounds very interesting. Hit me up with that.
So, like, basically, what we've got with Playground is we've got, like, a server browser, you've got, like, lots of different options for tracks to pick and, like, things that people have been creating. And I am more of a user than a creator. I mean, I'm never great at making this stuff. I always have these grand plans, and then I just don't have the patience to pull it off. But one of the things I noticed with Playgrounds, and as I'm going to be showing you now, is that it's very, very easy to do. It's basically, you can have this tile set, lots of different options, and you can kind of create a real myriad of things. So what you've seen me doing here is I'm making some straights and jumps and turns, and I'm putting some flaming hoops to jump through in there, and it's very basic what I've done, but what I was able to try out already, that stuff that's been created by other people and perhaps by Codemasters themselves that are out there to experience, is that you can do these really large environments and you can fill them full of all kinds of different things. So you've got sort of various modes to do within Playground. So you can have this like checkpoint challenge mode, you can have like a gymkhana mode which is stunt based, and there's another third mode which I haven't had a chance to try out yet, which is like a smash attack, which sounds really cool as well, but that wasn't in there for me. But basically I was trying to do like the checkpoint stuff where you have to hit them as quick as you can, and you're going to make these mad levels, and you got to then submit them to the internet and let other people play them and let your friends play them. But much like Mario Maker, one of the cool things I actually liked about this is that you have to prove you can complete it. So you have to prove that you can drive through the course and make it to the end, and then only then will it validate it and let you submit it to the rest of the universe to basically tell you how bad you are at making it, which I'm sure I am.
So you can't just like have people trolling, putting up like just before you get to the end of the level, there's a wall that you cannot get around to get to the last point, sort of thing, trolling.
We see that's the beauty of that type of creation, like Mario Maker and stuff. Like, one thing I'm really looking forward to seeing are these levels that look like you can't do it, or like are so super, super hard that maybe you can't do it, but maybe there's a trick to it, or maybe it's like a secret thing. And I think that's definitely going to be possible in Playground mode. I'm really looking forward to finding those fiendish ones. I just don't have that ability to create them. I'm not that good. Maybe I will spend the time with this, because whereas I have no affinity for Mario games, I really don't care about that franchise. Put me in front of a racing game, put me in front of, what was once Colin McRae Rally and is now Dirt from Codemasters, and I will just get into it. I love these games, and from what I've been playing with this particular mode is just bringing all the fun, all the colour, all the spectacle, and the silliness that perhaps we didn't have in the previous Dirt games and Colin McRae games, which are quite sim heavy. We were talking about that before recording, weren't we? That you're not maybe the biggest fan of a sim racing game, but this is opening up this type of genre to a whole new audience. And I would definitely say, if there was ever a time, Cam, this might be it to look at this type of game, because a mode like this is just full of the joys, the silliness of video games.
Did you happen to play many of like the online racing maps from like Grand Theft Auto at all?
I know of them. Yeah, I know that they're quite ridiculous.
Yeah, some of them they had well, I'd never got to do the building side, but some of them had very kind of trolley maps as well that you really had to kind of figure out, I've gone down all 4 tubes here, none of them lead to the right location, so how the hell am I supposed to figure? And then it turns out you have to reverse to get there, and you're like, oh, those sons of like proper.
So I mean, the difference that I think that will set this apart from that is that this is a Codemasters racing game at its heart. So that means you've got really good handling, really good car physics. Everything feels really tight and well designed, and they bring all this experience with them to this sort of silly mode. Whereas with GTA, I always found car handling in that game was pretty awful.
It wasn't the most realistic out there, was it?
It was suitable for what the game was, but I think that's why this mode is setting the sort of genre apart a little bit, because it's bringing this sort of much more silly, frivolous mode to what would be very serious, mature, rally racing game. But it's bringing something fresh. It's bringing something different. It's full of color. There's already an interesting soundtrack, and obviously I'm playing this really early, and there's lots of things that are going to change and be tightened up. The graphics aren't final, the tile set isn't final, the handling of the cars aren't final. Though even with all that in mind, it still plays great. And I found it even without like a tutorial, when I was building my terrible map, I found it really easy to kind of understand what I could do and how to do it, and the tile set was varied enough that I felt like I had a lot of freedom to create something truly monstrous. I just, I'm not that good.
Did you even try, really?
I tried. I had an idea. I wanted to do like lots of fast straights with big jumps and then sharp corners. And I kind of did it. As you'll see in the video, but I think I might have overdone it a bit. My jumps are somewhat acute. And I found it quite hard to get the car down the other side of them. But it was a work in progress. I have submitted it to the community to suitably destroy with their downvotes.
For judgment.
Yeah, I put it up there, but it's like, I think at this moment there's not that many people out there playing this, so maybe they'll be kind, but probably not. So it's cool because like Mario Maker, you have the option after playing it to like vote on whether you liked it or not, and to like submit feedback. And when you're uploading the levels as well, you can tag them so to sort of like focus down on what the core of the level is, so people can search for it. So there's lots of ways of getting it out there and really kind of promoting your awful creation to the community at large. But I hope mine just disappears into anonymity more than anything. That would be good. But I'm really looking forward, when the game fully launches, to properly diving in there and sampling the good stuff and experiencing the well-created levels made by people that know what they're doing, or at least have a desire to get better at what they're doing, whereas I'm probably never going to be that guy. I am certainly looking forward to seeing what the rest of the game can bring on top of Playground Mode, but this is all very, very promising at this time, and I can't wait. I think it's October. I think the game is like got a rough October release sort of window. Though obviously things like that can change, but I'm really looking forward to seeing what Codemasters delivers with the full Dirt 5 experience, because so far, super loving this new take.
Sounds incredible. It might be the first like Dirt game since it was Colin McRae, the rally game, I might actually have a go at playing.
Yeah, I think it should be. So we get to the end here of that special episode of Experience Kills, where we've looked at a game in preview, like I said at the beginning, not something we do very often, but I'd love to do more of. Maybe we will. Give us a like and subscribe. Give us a comment on whether or not you've enjoyed this video as well. That'd be much appreciated. You can follow us on Experience Kills on Twitter. You can follow me at DIYE. And Cam, are you still on Twitter after returning?
I think I may have returned to Twitter to, fill my boots with all sorts of rubbish that's going on in the world, but I think I'm still at Camelot last I checked, if anyone's interested in my insane ramblings.
Definitely worth checking out. And give us, like I said a minute ago, a like and subscribe on the YouTube page, and give us if you don't have time to watch this video, but please watch this one, because it's a preview of a game that's not even out yet. Get the hot footage. But if you don't have time to watch, you can also listen to all of these as podcasts on iTunes, Spotify, and anywhere a good podcast is found. So until next time, Cameron, I think we need to drive off. I don't know about the sunset, but we've got storms here right now, so hopefully not get blown away as we drive off. But we'll be back soon with more, won't we?
Absolutely. This is far from our Thelma and Louise moment, but we'll drive off together, I'm sure.
Clasping hands as we drive off.
Let's just keep going, Ben.
Let's just keep going.
Bon voyage. Not gonna suck your though, that's for sure.